she started these mothers groups, just simply parish-based mothers groups where, you know, not necessarily stay-at-home moms, some of them were working moms, but a chance for moms to come together and have fellowship and pray, and this continues to mushroom, these mothers groups, and the stories that some of the moms were talking about, how through coming together with other women of faith, that their faith was strengthened, that some of them, their husbands have converted.
What you did in the last couple of months, and what are your plans?
Okay. So I was back with my mom and dad in Victoria from September until early February, and just with my family, helping out. My mom and dad have 4 children in their care, foster children. The youngest is 2, so I'd wanted to get back last year and give them a bit of a hand, because at their age it's not so easy to be having 4 children full time. So I just went back to give them a bit of a hand and see my family and spend some time with them. And then I was 6 weeks at the monastery, where I'm blessed to be able to go usually every year. And it's a time of restoration and prayer and kind of coming back to the roots of how God's called me, which is really to prayer as the foundation. So I was very blessed to have that time, and now back here visiting friends again. So
Plans. We have plans.
So immediate plans are to go see a good friend in Ottawa just for a few days, maybe meet with some mothers groups here of the women that I met at the conference yesterday, and we shall see. But of course my heart is always with the children who are in danger and their moms, so we'll see what God has to say about that.
Today is the National March for Life in Poland and Warsaw. What would be your message for the Polish people? I know that you visited Poland a couple of times.
Yes. It's really important on this date as well, just before the Annunciation, that we recall what God has done for us in giving us His Son, the Word incarnate, and that we remember this feast, which love came down to earth. And so our response to that love is to love and cherish life, because man is made in the image and likeness of God. So thanks be to God, the faith of the Poles is alive, and I just encourage Polish people to continue fighting the good fight of faith, and not to be afraid, not to be shamed, not to be afraid, but to continue walking in the light of truth and love.
And the last question, I think, you know, nowadays we talk a lot about the environment, and there's an argument that we need to control population, we have to have access to contraception, abortion, and so on. It's made by politicians, it's made in the United Nations and so on, by many activists. What do you say to those people?
Well, first of all, it's a lie to say that the world is overpopulated. We can see that in some areas the population might be too dense for what they can handle, but globally speaking, we have lots of room, lots of space. Just looking at Canada, for example. So that's a fallacy. So it needs to be rooted out, and we simply need to see that, as Mother Teresa said, how can you say that there are too many children? It's like saying there are too many flowers, and it's not just a flowery statement. It's truth that every child is a gift of God, and every child created is made for a purpose. So we should not be afraid to welcome children, and see that every child builds up the world in some way, has some gift to offer, no matter what the circumstances.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless.
God bless you.